Hello BookTube, it's Ben here from the History Fella channel. In this particular video we're doing the second half of my book haul because I received 20 books from Pen and Sword Books on Tuesday, I think it was. So this is the second half of the video and I'll be showing you the second half of the 20. I know I just got something in my eye. I hope you're all well. I hope the weather's good with you. At the moment we haven't got any snow here in Wales, but or in my part of Wales, but hopefully we won't. So if you do have snow, I hope it's not getting on your nerves and stopping you going out and going to work or stuff like that. Anyway, let's get on with the book haul. The first book is called The Plot of Shame, written by Paul Johnson. US military executions in Europe during World War II. It's priced at £25 and published by Frontline Books. So it'll be various stories of probably murderous crimes that have been committed during World War II, usually on the home front. But there'll be lots of different stories, so it should be a good read. And I quite like true crime, but I don't often get the chance to read much of it. So I'm looking forward to this one. The next book is The Berlin Blitz by Those Who Were There, and that's written by Martin W. Bowman. Published by Pen and Sword Books and priced at £25. And Martin Bowman writes quite a lot of books. He's quite prolific on World War II, so he certainly knows his stuff. Some excerpts from the back cover, or like tributes. Martin Bowman's deep knowledge and empathy with the young men flying these bombers exudes off every page, bringing new life into the extraordinary generation and giving voice to the unquestioned courage. That's from James Holland. Martin W. Bowman is one of Britain's leading aviation writers, from Military Machines Internationals. Bowman is at his best when he recounts specific air battles from the vantage point of both sides. From a J.D. Platting from the US Air Force. Bowman is an author of a large number of excellent books on the Second World War, and that's from the website historyofwar.org. So there we go, that's The Berlin Blitz by Those Who Were There. Another World War II book is The Road to Barbarossa, Soviet and German Relations between 1917 and 1941, written by Norman Ridley. Published by Frontline Books again and priced at £25. Now the Russians and Germans had quite a few agreements, shall we say, or pacts and that led up to World War II. And it was kind of, I think the Russians were slightly surprised when the Germans suddenly raced in with the Blitzkrieg to start the Eastern Front. So it should be quite interesting, this, because there's various, like I said, treaties and agreements between the two, and kind of the Germans just ended up cancelling them all, which is why we ended up with The Road to Barbarossa. So that's The Road to Barbarossa, written by Norman Ridley, published by Frontline Books. And you should be able to, if you look below this video, there'll be a link to Pen and Sword Books where you can find all the books that I'm showing you. If you follow the link, they usually are a cheaper price than what's published on the cover. Right, well, we're off to World War II for the moment. And we have next The Granddaughters of Edward III, written by Catherine Warner, published by Pen & Sword Books and priced at £22. This cross-biography, focusing on the four generations of royal women, is fixed within one of the most explosive and unstable centuries experienced in the Middle Ages. It reveals the depth of the drama, distress and delight that highly born women faced in the late medieval world that dictated their freedoms, their choices and own identities. Shows that the women had greater freedom of action than is often assumed, and were able in some circumstances to choose their own husbands and take lovers. So that's The Granddaughters of Edward III, written by Catherine Warner. The next one is another royal book. And this one is The Secret History of the Royal Court of England, The Scandalous Chronicle of the Georgian Monarchy, edited by Stephen Basteo, published by Pen & Sword Books and priced at £25. Originally published as The Secret History of the Court of England, the scandalous history that the Georgians didn't want you to see. A reprint of a book originally published in 1832. A book so controversial its original publisher fled the country. A chronicle of debauchery and depravity at the heart of the world's greatest empire, contains sensational accusations against key royal figures from the Georgian era. Adultery, illegitimate children, political struggle and murder, and illustrated throughout. So there we go, might have a bit of juice gossip with that one. Right, we're off the royal stories now. We're on to Hitler's Last Chance, Kohlberg, the propaganda movie and the rise and fall of the German city, or of a German city. It's published by Frontline Books again and priced at £22. I often get Hitler books sent to me to review and that, and it can sometimes get to the point where you think, oh, how many books can they write on Adolf Hitler? And surely everything's been done to death already. But it is surprising that in certain books they'll come at a different angle, and you do get a slightly different story. But I suppose at the end of the day, they're all relatively the same. But they do sound quite interesting on the cover. Just depends on whether you're halfway through the book and you think, oh, I've read all this and it's just rehashed and that, but they are often quite good. The next book, Who Stole the Secret of the Industrial Revolution? The real story behind Richard Arkwright and the Water Frame, written by Glynis Cooper. Who Stole the Secret to the Industrial Revolution? Published by Pen and Sword Books and priced at £20. Startling revision of English history. Italy's contribution to the Industrial Revolution and why much of the initial inventive glory belongs to Italy. First recorded case of industrial espionage. John Lone pays with his life for stealing Italian secrets. And transcript of Arkwright's final and most damaging trial for plagiarism. So maybe something in there that isn't well known. Right, third last book is called Mosquito Night Intruder Race. Mosquito Night Intruder Race. Written by Danny Burt, I'm reading it backwards from the video. Group Captain Bertie Rex O'Brien Hoare, DSO and Bar, DFC and Bar, with a fantastic moustache on the front cover. Maybe I should try and get some sort of tash going like that. Personally, I love it. Once up, setting a course in the dark for an enemy-occupied country, one gets a tremendous feeling of detachment from the world. A mile or two away, in our stalking havoc, we feel our hearts dance. The throttle is banged open, the stick thrust forward, and havoc is tearing down in an irresistible rush. One short burst from the guns is usually sufficient. The bomber's glide turns to a dive, the last it is likely to make. Whether you get the Hun or miss him, he frequently piles up on the ground through making his landing in fright. I presume that's a quote from this particular book. That's Mosquito Intruder Race, priced at £25 and published by Air World Books. Right, the penultimate book, Rituals of Death. There you go, nice light subject to be the penultimate book. From Prehistoric Times to Now, written by Stan Beckinsale. Priced at £20 and published by Pen and Sword Books. It's got quite a few photos in, so it's probably going to be a quick read. But it should be interesting because it looks at, obviously, like the title says, the rituals of death and dying, and from early periods up to now, so it should be good. And the last book, The Fall of Cromwell's Republic and the Return of the King by Timothy Venning. Published by Pen and Sword Books and priced at £25. It's quite a decent sized read. Completes the iconic history of the British Revolution, of the three kingdoms of England, Wales and Scotland and Ireland. Hang on. The Revolution of the Three Kingdoms. Follows the fall of Cromwell's failed state protectorate. Marks the end of Cromwell's military dictatorship. Restoration of the Stuart monarchy and General Monk's pivotal role in restoration. So that sounds good. From Commonwealth to Stuart monarchy, 1657 to 1670. There we go, and that's the last book in the book haul. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, if you fancy any of the books, just follow the link down below this video, and you'll often get them cheaper than the prices that I've said on the published book. If you've got any comments, please feel free to do so. They all get read, and most of them get answered. Other than that, if you've enjoyed the video and the books, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, then please feel free to do so. It's a channel mainly full of history, books, and true crime, mostly. Other than that, thank you very much. Please take care of yourselves and have a great day, and I shall see you very soon for some more videos. Thank you very much.